Welcome you all to our perfect pitch night. Even though I would have liked to have met you all in person, it was not possible this time. The challenging COVID-19 situation continues, but we're hopeful that the solution is in the horizon. Thanks to technology and connectivity, we will hold this meeting for the second time in a row, digitally and stream it online so that many more can join us. Innovation and new solutions are critical at these times, as challenges such as COVID-19 can only be overcome by the creation of new ventures and ideas. Innovators like yourselves are the ones that they have the ability to make a positive impact, not only economically, but also from the humanitarian side. Since early February of this year, our semi-finalists have attended a rigorous workshop program, including many evenings and weekends. They also met regularly with their mentors, and they have refined their ideas and solutions in order to ensure to be the best in today's market. I take this opportunity to thank the semi-finalists for the incredibly hard work and commitment they demonstrated in these working weeks, as well as to the mentors who took their personal time to share with them their knowledge and expertise. I'm also pleased to say that during this truly short but extremely intensive period, our semi-finalists have impressed us. They have significantly improved their ventures, and I can proudly say that they will also impress all of you tonight during their presentations. Being an entrepreneur has never been easy, but especially today, it is even harder. And this is why I want to congratulate this group for being brave and taking this difficult but very rewarding road of making a positive impact in the lives of others. The hard road is not always the one that we choose, but from what I have seen, our innovators, they're passionate, they're driven, and very hardworking. All skills that have helped them to be here with us tonight. So what's next? As we're moving forward, the next step will be the selection process of the ventures that will enter the final round. So these ventures will be part of the finals and awards event, which are now scheduled for late June. The final selection will take place next month. And from then until June, our team has prepared a series of incredible webinars for all the finalists that will help them grow even further. I will be personally excited to attend the webinars myself and engage further with our future finalists. Even though our teams have some work ahead of them, this cohort is strong and addresses many applications. And I believe you will also be fascinated by the depth of the technology that they use and the clever solutions that these teams have created. It has now become clear that this acceleration program, which was established just 7 years ago, is by far one of the best technology acceleration programs, not just in Greece, but beyond Greece, and has produced many incredible entrepreneurial teams. We, as MIT Enterprise Forum Greece, are not here just to support the establishment of new companies. We're here as a key pillar in helping the local tech community with all of our resources and expertise. We're here for the greater goal of becoming the platform that brings together this incredible community to make Greece the European technology hub in the coming years. But all of this cannot be achieved alone. We can only do this with the help of our stakeholders and sponsors who have always been supportive of our work and efforts. And only by working together, we can achieve our goals fast and we can go further than that. So this is why I would like to take also a special moment to thank our sponsors. The Hellenic Petroleum, who are the exclusive sponsor of the energy track with the support of the US Embassy of Greece. Our annual gold sponsors, Bank Julius Baer, Signal Maritime, and Sunlight. Our silver sponsors, Southbridge and Space Elas. Our event sponsor, Tiresias, and of course our strategic partners, Silipsis, EY, Korn Ferry, Potamitis Vekris Law Firm, Alba, Forest View, Danao Shipping, Leaders for Good, Cyprus Seeds, Drakopoulos and Vasilakis. Also, I would like to thank our hospitality sponsor, Intercontinental Hotel in Athens, and of course our technology sponsor, Amazon Web Services, and our communication sponsor, Startupper and Epihero. And last, our communication and community sponsors. The incredible work that has been done all these past years, and especially this year with the challenges of COVID-19, would not have been possible without some key individuals, such as Linda Plano, who has been running these great events all these years. So Linda, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for having done such an amazing job and working with more than 170 teams in the past 7 years for MIT Enterprise Forum Greece. Linda has been working with the startups from which we will be hearing today, and she has been a great partner to us since the beginning of the program. I would also like to dedicate a big thank you to our board of directors of MITEF and the incredible team of MIT of Greece, especially Antigoni Molodanov and Stevi Zamourani, who have worked tirelessly days and nights to make this, but many other events as well happen. Antigoni and Stevi, your dedication to the Greek ecosystem is just incredible. Finally, MIT Enterprise Forum Greece would not have existed without the innovators and the entrepreneurs, the teams. So you are the true stars of this show. You're the true visionaries. You're the real winners. So your courage and innovation inspire me personally, and I hope that will also inspire others like me to pursue entrepreneurial careers. Thank you very much on behalf of MITEF Greece to trust us in helping you grow your business and work together in making a really positive impact in Greece. So I don't want to keep you longer. Let us enjoy together this perfect pitch night. And without any further delay, Your Excellency, Mr. Geoffrey Payard, the Ambassador of the United States in Greece. Mr. Ambassador, you have the floor. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Gerasimos. Chairman Spiridakis. It's really great to be back doing another one of these MIT Enterprise Forum Greece events. I'm so proud of the partnership that the embassy has maintained over these years. And I also have to say how impressed I am to see how this entrepreneurial space has grown during what is now my 5 years here in Athens. I also want to congratulate you for pulling this event together virtually. I suspect I'm not the only one who much prefers to do these things live and in person, but it's terrific that you were able to keep the momentum going this way. I also want to say what a great pleasure it is to see Linda Plano again. And Linda, thank you for being such a stalwart partner of the embassy and MIT Enterprise Forum Greece and bringing your expertise to help lift up this story. You know, I looked over the summary of the pitches that we'll be hearing tonight, 31 different proposals. I've done these a number of times now, and I'm really impressed to see the growing sophistication of both the business case, but also the ideas that are coming out of Greek young people. And it goes to something that I have felt strongly from my first weeks in this country, which is that Greece's highly skilled workforce is going to be its single greatest asset as it recovers from a 10-year economic crisis and now a year and a half of the global pandemic. And I know this is one of the reasons why you have so many major American companies who are looking much more closely at Greece. I was delighted to hear, Gerasimos, that you have AWS, Amazon Web Services, as one of your sponsors now. Of course, they're a new arrival here, along with big expansions by Pfizer, by Cisco, by Deloitte, by Microsoft, Digital Realty. These are all companies that are coming to Greece because they recognize the human talents that are here and the opportunities that they have to grow the business investment and commercial partnership between our two countries. I'm hugely proud of this. I'm hugely proud of the work that the embassy has done to support this dynamic over many years now. You'll remember, Gerasimos, I used to say when I first arrived here, I'm a Californian. I really believe in the power of technology, the power of entrepreneurship, the transformative potential of this sector. And I think we're starting to see that in Greece today. You see it even through this terrible year and a half of the global pandemic. I think one of the silver linings is the way in which Prime Minister Mitsotakis's government has used the pandemic as an opportunity to accelerate the digital transformation. The delivery of digital governance, improving the government's digital tools, but also working with big American companies, including flagship investments like Microsoft's new cloud computing center. We've also made progress on a new science and technology agreement between our countries, which was signed by our two governments last September in Thessaloniki. This will increase access to scientific materials and facilities while strengthening Greece's startup ecosystem and promoting investment by building partnerships between our laboratories and educational institutions. We also continue to work very closely with Minister Karameas and the terrific team at the Ministry of Education to promote collaboration and exchanges between Greek and American academic and research institutions, all of which are part of accelerating this process of extroversion, helping Greece to succeed in a globally connected and digitally powered future. We're going to keep at this. We're very proud that we're incorporating entrepreneurship and technology issues into our celebration of the Greek bicentennial, looking not just to the past, but also to the future of the relationship between our countries. We're working with the Athens Science Festival, with the Hellenic Initiative, and other programs that you'll hear more about as the year unfolds. I want to finish by just saying how excited I am to see the growth that's happening in this sector. I don't think anybody can predict that all 31 of the companies that are pitching tonight are going to ultimately succeed. But what's clear is that there is a new dynamic in Greece. And the United States is very proud to be both a participant in that process, but also a facilitator of it, and the embassy in particular. So thanks all. I'm very eager to hear all the different presentations. And again, Linda, huge thanks for staying engaged in this area. And I hope we'll have you back in Athens in real life before too long. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Thank you, Ambassador Payat. And now, Mr. Alexopoulos, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Antigone. Ambassador Payat, dear friends at the MIT Enterprise Forum, ladies and gentlemen, it's really a great pleasure to be here with you this afternoon. I wish we could all be together like the good old times, but I strongly believe this is going to be the last virtual MIT Enterprise Forum pitch night, and then we're going to switch back to the old familiar format we like. We are at Hellenic very proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the energy track of the startup competition for a third year in a row. And we're very happy to have our people serving as mentors, judges, and helping to facilitate this great competition. We support innovation and we encourage entrepreneurship. Not only we sponsor this great forum, but we're also actively participating in R&D projects on a number of areas, including advanced biofuels, renewable hydrogen, carbon capture and utilization, low carbon synthetic fuels, refining decarbonization, and digitalization, among other things. Climate change is an existential challenge facing humanity. Energy transition is our response, and we believe that innovation is going to be a critical prerequisite for the successful energy transition. Innovation continues to improve technologies that are already mature, such as wind and solar power, thus making them more and more competitive versus conventional power. Grid parity for renewables has been reached in many markets, and innovation in energy storage will eventually lead to a carbon-free power grid. More importantly, innovation and entrepreneurship, together with government support and investment, will help us come up with a complex, multi-parametric solution to this very complex problem, the energy transition. Multiple technologies will provide the optimal solution. For example, light transport electrification will be combined with sustainable liquid fuels, leveraging sustainable feedstocks and carbon capture, and eventually hydrogen and e-fuels in hard-to-abate sectors such as aviation. We are addressing the challenge of energy transition by improving the performance of our core business and at the same time decarbonizing it and developing a diversified energy portfolio focused on low carbon opportunities. We have communicated and we have committed ourselves to a sustainable growth target, which is to improve by 50% our carbon footprint by 2030. This will be achieved by decarbonizing our industrial operations and expanding our renewables portfolio. In all our activities, we constantly drive energy efficiency improvement and undergo digital transformation. In addition, our industrial operations, a major hydrogen and power consumer, are developing blue and green hydrogen production options as well as on-site renewables. We further decarbonize our feedstock by introducing more sustainable raw materials, developing the reuse and recycle of waste such as cooking oil and used plastics, and exploring the production of renewable fuels at scale. In low carbon mobility services, we are rolling out an electric vehicle fast charging network with national coverage. In renewable power, we are currently developing a portfolio of 1.3 gigawatts in photovoltaic and wind projects, and we aim to have very soon 600 megawatts of installed capacity. Our flagship 204 megawatt Kozani project is currently the largest renewables project in Greece. It will be surpassed very soon, either by us or by others, and we're very pleased about that. It is also the largest bifacial photovoltaic project in Europe. And this is a technological innovation which is catching on. The project is currently under construction, and we expect it to be completed in early 2022. In short, we are rising to the energy transition challenge by transforming and decarbonizing our core downstream business, and at the same time building a strong second pillar in low carbon new energy activities. All this is very exciting. I could really go on and on talking about our vision and strategy, but I will not get carried away. Tonight is about our innovators and entrepreneurs. We should focus on them and their ideas. I saw very many interesting proposals, some of which could contribute towards the solution of the problems we're all facing. Thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing to the pitches.
Thank you, Mr. Alexopoulos. Thank you so much. And now, Linda, the floor is yours. You may start.
All right, making sure everything is showing up, and that includes the timer. Hold on a second.
Yes,
there we go.
You can see your presentation. Great.
All right, excellent. Mr. Ambassador, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Alexopoulos, thank you for your very many kind words and for your commitment to entrepreneurship. Next year will be 10 years that I've been associated with this competition, and I feel just incredibly fortunate to have been involved since the very beginning. And of course, let's see why my presentation isn't going. There we go. So we have been thanking our sponsors, but of course we cannot possibly run these kinds of programs without your very kind support. And so I am going to take a moment to say thank you in particular to Hellenic Petroleum. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but without my commitment to clean energy, I would not be a pitch coach today. So makes me particularly happy to have you sponsoring the energy track and having such a forward-looking approach. Mr. Ambassador, the commitment from the embassy from the early years has been so valuable, and thank you. And I look forward to seeing you all in person again. Everyone in the audience, whenever you have the chance to support our gold and silver sponsors, as well as our very wonderful people who make this all possible and support me, Antigone and Stevi, please do so. We have many partners as well as sponsors. So whenever possible, please make sure that you take advantage of their services, because they are making entrepreneurship a real growth opportunity in Greece today. I am so sorry not to be at the Intercontinental this year for the first time in so long. Looking forward to being back again. Great to have you on board, AWS, and all of our other sponsors and partners. I'm sorry not to take the time to go through each one. Everybody in the audience, please do follow our stories on your preferred social media and use our favorite hashtags, including if you, when you hear a favorite pitch tonight, do make sure you do hashtag Pitch Night 2021. All right, so welcome to our pitches. As you know, most of you know, pitching is a critical aspect for any startup company, and it's not just for raising money. It's also about making the connections, selling to customers, not only selling to investors, but to the partners that you need, to the strategic investors, for grants. Every time you pitch, every time you ask somebody to do something they weren't already planning to do, you're actually pitching to them. So what we want to do with this intensive pitching program is to help each and every one of these entrepreneurs to communicate their value proposition in a way that is meaningful and with integrity about their own story, but making it compelling to their target audience. We have several target audiences today, including mostly investors, but also customers, partners, and we even have somebody who's looking for a CEO. So if that sounds interesting to you, please do stay on top of it. This is the culmination of a very solid month of coaching. We started off on the 29th of March, during which the 29th to the 31st of March, that was 15 hours of online instruction. So thanks again, teams, for being willing to listen to me for that long. Then we did, for the very first time, 30-minute kickoff pitch coaching so that we could get an idea of where everybody was and what they should work on to prepare for their 2 or more hour initial coaching. And then we finally had polishing last week. And so it's been very intensive. We're talking about 3, 4, and 5 hours of coaching time. They learn throughout this process about my 10 simple questions that every pitch should answer. The only challenge with that, so the good thing here, and I'll show you in a moment, the good thing is they're all addressing critical business issues. The bad thing is that because this is my system and they've been inundated with it, you may hear of some very similar aspects throughout. You'll see some similar slides. But I want to encourage you to pay attention to the picture, the words, the different story. These are all just the support structure that helps them to communicate their value proposition. They also learned about my love for PowerPoint and how to make it serve you as well as possible, and to improve their delivery. What you should expect today then is to have slides that are relatively uncluttered and have good graphics, useful graphics. Most of them have engaging titles. They should all have an ask that is tuned to the audience they wish to attract. And except for where I absolutely couldn't avoid it, there's no videos because they take too much time and they always break at the worst possible moment. So in less than 5 minutes, they will all answer why you should care about their innovation, what it is that they do in language you can understand, why they think they're going to win against the competition, what their prototype does, how they are able to be confident that they'll be able to not only make it once, but multiple times and scale it. In most cases, you will see their business model and about the management team. And finally, what's their plan going forward and what do they need in order to have that happen, in order to accomplish that? We do have quite a large number of companies here, 30 companies at 5 minutes each, just 1 minute for a Q&A. There's such a diversity here, you wouldn't believe it. We've got at least 2 that are featuring drones, another 2 that are doing security type stuff. We have 7 different types of marketplaces, including those for finding the right employees in different areas, to finding gifts or new technologies or even clothes.